Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. This is Nurse Quincy and you're welcome once again. So if you're coming across my video for the very first time, you're very welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and like and share and comment. And then if you already subscribed to my channel, you're welcome again. Thank you so much. So do you know that what you eat, how old you are, and your family history is silently putting you as a man at risk for prostate problems? Yes, but in this video, I'll be telling you what puts you as a man at risk for prostate cancer and enlargement and how you can protect yourself. So first, what is prostate? We're hearing prostate. What is prostate? Prostate is a small gland found in the male reproductive organ, of course. It's not found in the female. It's found in the male reproductive organ below the bladder and in front of the rectum in the male reproductive organ. And then this small gland, this prostate gland, produces semen. It makes semen. So moving over to what is prostate cancer and enlargement. Prostate enlargement, we call it benign prostate hyperplasia. When you hear hyperplasia, what should come to your mind is abnormal increase, abnormal growth. So this is the abnormal enlargement and growth of the prostate gland. This particular one is not cancerous. And then we have the prostate cancer. This one is cancerous. Only from its name, you know it's cancerous. This prostate cancer, it has to do with the abnormal growth of cells in the prostate gland. If this particular one is not detected early enough, it can lead to worse complications, from worse complications to death. Not many persons survive this prostate cancer if detected late. Not many persons survive it. So making this video is for you to know the risk, to know the things that put you at risk, so that you can start solving it early enough. So moving over to what puts you as a risk, what puts you at a risk for having this prostate enlargement and cancer as a man. But please, before I continue, I want to make us understand something. I didn't make this video for only the men to watch. If you're a woman, if you're a lady, if you're a daughter, you have to look out for your husband, for your father, for your brothers, for your male friends. Yes. For your friends and well wishers that are males. Yes. It could be your son, it could be your anyone. Please, this video is for all of us to watch so we can help save our life and also save the life of those around us. So now, one I have on my list of things that can put you at a risk of having prostate cancer and enlargement as a man. One, we have age. When you're way past the age of 50, just know that you have a high chance of having this prostate cancer and enlargement. When I say way past age 50, it doesn't mean that if you're less than 50, you can't have it. I didn't say so. I just said people way past age of 50 are at high risks of having it. Then we have family history. If your father, if your uncle, if your brother, or someone in your family, a male, has had it before, then there's a chance of you being as a male having it. Yes. And then we have race. From discoveries from medical records and from things discovered that the black men, the black race, especially the black men, are have a risk. They're at high risk of having prostate cancer and enlargement. Yes. And then we have diet. Eating food high in red meat and fat puts you at risk. Yes. It puts you at risk of having prostate cancer and enlargement. We have not exercising regularly. When you don't exercise, when you don't burn calories, we also have low physical activity. Yes. Once there's too much fat in the system, it links to hormonal changes, which then lead to enlargement of the prostate gland. We have smoking. When you smoke, you have a high chance of having prostate cancer. We have obesity. Once you're obese, once you're too fat, there are high chances that you will have prostate cancer because fat in the system links to there's always kind of this kind of a change in the hormonal balance, kind of it leads to a hormonal imbalance and thereby leads to enlargement of this prostate gland. And then we have chemical exposure. People who work in the farm, factory workers, mechanics, all these coal sites, mining, people who work there, men who work there are at risk of having this prostate cancer and enlargement. And then moving over to how can we lower this risk? How can we reduce this risk? One on my list, we have eating fruits and vegetables more, especially tomatoes and onions. Ensure, try and eat it. Always Make it a daily routine to eat vegetables in your food. You can actually slice cucumber in your rice. You can put pears in your rice. Just you can even slice raw tomatoes and eat. It necessarily doesn't have to be inside the food you eat. You can actually buy tomatoes fresh, even onions, and slice it and eat the way it is. Yes, it also helps. And then we have exercising. Learn to exercise. Even if you will not jog for a long distance, every morning as a man, try as a young man, yes, try moving around your compound. You can just make circles around your compound. It's part of exercise. Then we have watching your weight. Watch your weight so that you know when your normal weight is deviating from normal. Because if there's one risk of prostate cancer, you should know is obesity. Once there is too much fat, so please always watch your weight. And then we have regular checkups. Make sure you go for regular checkups once your weight pass age 40. And let's remove 40. As a man, let me say 20 from 25, please start checking yourself. We have something called prostate specific antigen PSA test. Yes, that's where the prostate specific antigen is checked. If there's high level of this prostate specific antigen, this PSA, then there's a high chance that it's like high levels of it suggest cancer, enlargement, or infection. So take checking ourselves. There's something called PSA test, prostate specific antigen test. Yes, as a man, try and run this test. Go to the hospital, tell them you want to run this test. It helps detect these things early, and then it helps to know if there is high antigen level. Once there's high antigen level, then know that something is wrong, and then you start treating it early. And then we also have don't ignore any urinary symptoms. If you're having pain, if you're having discharge, if you're having any burning sensation while urinating, anything as a man, please don't take it lightly. Please make sure you report to the hospital, go to your doctor, complain so that they can know what to do early. Please, these symptoms are ignored, if these symptoms are ignored, once you start feeling something in your male reproductive organ, don't take it lightly. Go to the hospital, because any little thing, any little mistake, any little delay can lead to worse complications or even death. And then I want to tell you something. I want to make us understand something, that most times this prostate cancer and enlargement doesn't come with symptoms. It's most times asymptomatic. So with this risk that I've told us, please, once you know, like once you start observing any of these things, or once you know that you're at any of this risk, you have any of this risk that I mentioned earlier, please start working on yourself. If you feel like you're obese, or if you know you are obese, please work on your weight, watch your weight, eat healthy. For the men, please eat tomatoes and onions. It helps reduce this chances of this prostate cancer and enlargement. Work on yourself, eat healthy, stop, cut your red meat, cut your fatty meals. Don't always, and always exercise, burn calories. Please, if you learned anything from this video, please and please take it very serious. And then you can also tell us in the comment section anything you know about prostate, or if it's in your family or anything. You can just share anything you want to share in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, and I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Bye guys.